Imagine there are 3 patients at the hospital. The first is an anaphylactic shock due to an allergy, the second is waiting for a kidney transplant, and the third just needs the regular vaccine. Although these situations are very different, they all share one common thread: adaptive immunity.
You've probably heard that white blood cells, or leukocytes, are the big players in your immune system. There are many different types of white blood cells, but in the case of adaptive immunity, we're mostly going to be looking at 2 of them, B and T lymphocytes. In general, the B cells are responsible for defending against things from outside the body, while the T cells monitor our own cells, killing off the ones that are infected. So, how do these cells know who to attack? Well, the key to identifying foreign invaders, or pathogens, is the fact that they all produce antigens. Usually these are proteins created by the organism that can be recognized by the immune system, kind of like a name tag. Now, B cells carry special proteins called antibodies that are attached to their membranes. These antibodies are specific to one kind of antigen, so when a pathogen, such as a virus, comes in, the B cell with a corresponding antibody can attach directly onto it and kill it. At this point, the B cell is stuck where it's at. It needs help from the aptly named helper T cell. But there's a problem. The T cell receptor can only bind to a certain molecule known as the major histocompatibility complex, or MHC. This works as a docking station where the T cell can attach to view antigens. There are 2 types of MHC that our T cells are primarily concerned with. MHC class 1 is a place for our body cells to present their own antigens. But the virus doesn't carry that molecule, which means they're basically invisible to the T cells. That's what MHC class 2 is for. This is used by other immune cells in our bodies, such as the B cell. After it destroys the virus, it takes its antigens and places them on the MHC class 2 for the T cells to look at. Now the helper T cell can do its job. It produces chemicals called cytokines that cause the B cell to differentiate into plasma cells and memory B cells. The plasma cells will begin to rapidly produce antibodies which will tag pathogens for destruction. The memory B cell stores that antibody so they can multiply faster next time they see that virus. The T cell divides into cytotoxic or killer T cells, which will find and kill our infected cells, and memory T cells, which remember that antigen, similar to the memory B cells. The next time that virus tries to infect the body, the immune system is ready and it meets a nearly unstoppable force.
Now we can go back to our 3 patients. The first is an anaphylactic shock because over time their immune system has become more and more sensitive to the allergen, and now it's overreacting to it. The second patient needs a kidney with the correct tissue type so their body doesn't reject the transplant. And finally, the third patient is receiving a vaccine, which exposes your body to a pathogen now so that the next time it comes, it'll be ready for it. Both the innate and adaptive immune systems are so coordinated and effective that much of the time, you barely even notice anything happened. It's easy to think that medicine heals your body, but thanks to the immune system, a lot of the time, it's really just helping your body heal itself.